underway, and we're going to discuss the first couple days of competition in Madrid, Spain. Some upsets coming your way from the World Championships. We're going to talk about that. We're also going to give you some latest technical, tactical, and a new segment that we're going to bring you, the karate quiz.
Whoa.
Does Richard know everything about karate? We're going to find out.
Uh-oh.
Bring us on in, Richard.
Karate 360, let's start the show. You will kick high and I will sweep low. From local to global, it's the thing that you love. Karate.
Sanrokumaru. I'm excited for the karate quiz later in the show.
The anticipation builds.
I got a good one.
Got a good one?
I think I'm going to stump you on this one.
Oh, I love being stumped.
Well, I think I'm going to stump you. I'm going to give you a couple chances here, but we'll get there. We'll get to the karate quiz. But we got some other stuff to talk about.
Yes, sir.
Do we want to talk about the World Championships right off the bat?
No.
All right. Well. All
Let's
right, then.
make them work for their dinner.
All right. Work for your dinner. All right. We got something to talk about first anyways, about the Golden League.
Yes, we had the Island Golden League. We had 2 tournaments. You were there helping us out, Coach. And
You got her.
got 2 Golden League champions.
2 Golden League champions. We got James Mosdale. Yes, the same James Mosdale who is your son.
Yep.
And we also had Emily.
Emily Gao.
Emily Gao was our
Congratulations.
Island champions.
They both got golds at the Victoria Open and the Island Championships.
Awesome.
A couple other little extra medals on the side.
Yeah, no, this is the first for people maybe just tuning in or whatever. This was the first for the island for sure,
Yes.
Vancouver Island. But also I don't remember ever having like a Champions League, a Golden League, where 2 tournaments, you accumulate points and then you become champion.
Yeah.
The only other thing for that was like the BC team tryouts was kind of like that, but it was a little different.
Well, so our friends like Sandeep at Burnaby Karate Academy have their internal one.
Yeah, they have their
Golden-
internal one.
Golden League, and Rodney Hobson and his crew in Kelowna. But the idea is very simple, and everyone around the world should do it. Have a consistent tournament with exactly the same format, about 4 weeks apart.
Mm-hmm.
Make it a one-day event so that the athletes can have an experience, figure out what happened, train for 4 weeks, and try and have a better experience the next one. And also, there are 4 legs of a chair, as far as I know, that I'm sitting on.
Mm-hmm.
The athlete, the coach, the official, and the administrator.
Mm-hmm.
So what it does is it helps build everybody's set skills.
For sure.
Right?
Like for us here at Kenzen, we send everybody. Like it helped build the whole entire club
Yeah,
up.
exactly. We send everybody. We send the tournament director. We sent 4 officials, 2 coaches, 9 athletes.
Yeah, I mean, we had everybody there, and same with the other clubs. Like they were all contributing as well, and it just helps bring everybody's. What?
I'm just kidding.
I didn't even hear what you said.
I was like, we did more.
We did more. Yeah.
Just
well,
kidding.
we did. Kidding, but not really. Yeah, it just helps bring everybody's
Living
quality
by
up.
example.
That's right. And I thought it was great. It was a lot of fun, and there you go. We had a couple of champions.
All you need, everybody. Like it just like even people who can come for like 4 hours. That's just super valued. Like by everybody. So it was good. And I'm working on a Spring Golden League.
A Spring Golden League. Same idea.
Same idea. So the
But
Vancouver Island Championships.
And we were talking about having it maybe just in Nanaimo, right?
Yeah. So Vancouver Island Championships in Nanaimo, hopefully February 10th. That's an all ages, everyone welcome. But the Island Golden League will only be the intermediate and advanced divisions for ages 8-9, 10-11, 12-13, and 14-15.
Awesome.
That's the big center group. Because the older ones can go off and have...
do other events.
Yeah,
there's more options.
And the
for
ones
that.
that are 7, they don't need to be in a gold league. And the novices aren't really required at any age.
Yeah.
So, and then for the second tournament of the spring one, it'll be the finals in Nanaimo. Just those 4 age groups for Kata and Kumite.
Right.
So it should be... Yeah, it'd be good. And then same thing with developing the officials and everybody. And what I really like is... We send out the idea to the clubs in the area, and we give them like months and months awareness that it's going to happen, and it's elective.
Mm-hmm.
And this last tournament with Campbell River, because that's where we were on the 30th, huge.
Yeah, like
biggest
over
Campbell
100
River tournament I've ever seen.
Yeah,
Almost
150 athletes for a small town like Campbell River and small population on the Vancouver Island. It's huge.
We didn't have to badger anybody to be there.
No, it was
put
great.
It out there in advance, so it was awesome.
Yeah, it was really good. And then also locally for us here, the BC team, Karate BC provincial team is starting. Well, it's already kind of started for the senior team, but the junior registrations are in. And the
Hugest
numbers,
ever.
the hugest ever.
The
numbers,
hugest ever.
I heard almost 200
Not
athletes.
almost. Talking like 210.
210 athletes. That's
So,
insane.
Like 32 seniors and the rest juniors. Never, ever have we broken 30 for seniors. We've almost never broken 25 when we did the other year. No, it is almost triple what it used to be when I tried out.
Oh, it's just great. Like, I remember 100 athletes when I tried out.
Yep.
So, a few years after you. The 100 athletes was like, whoa, we hit 100. But now we're 210?
Yes.
Like, it's crazy. Absolutely
Now,
crazy.
here's the other thing you have to think about. In our Karate BC world, right, there's like just around about 4,000 people in it and maybe about 1,200 adults. It's really dropped. Like, it used to be like 3,500 adults and 500 kids like 40 years ago. Now it's 1,200 adults. But anyway, that population of age 12 to like 22 is about 1,500 people. So if we attracted 200 of them to try out for the team, what's the percentage of that? That's huge.
Yeah, 100%.
That's
yeah.
like,
Well,
I think
it's not 100%, but yeah, I know what you mean.
yeah. It's like, it's somewhere between 10-15% that we attracted in that age group for elite competition.
Yeah, that's awesome.
You know, when people say like, oh, the team, like, you know, it takes too much money and it's too much energy and Karate BC is too focused on it. But when more than 10% of that population group is trying out for the team, and that means that there's another 10 to 20% of that population group preparing for it.
And I mean, the numbers don't lie. We, every single year for the past, I think 3 years, we've had consistently every year, more people try out, more people make the team and perform better at the national championships.
What did we do? We lowered the barriers, lowered the number of events, lowered expectations, shortened the season, and tried to get the club instructors more engaged.
This reminds me, I was talking to Boxing BC actually, and they asked me like, because they were quite impressed how we were able to come, you know, up in the ranks, and they were really happy that we were able to beat Quebec, because that's kind of BC Quebec type thing. Yes. And they said, so like what in Quebec, yeah. And they asked me, they said, so what has Karate BC done that has really catapulted? And I said, well, really, it's this new model where we're letting everybody, like, it's all inclusive. We're bringing everybody in, and we're just really like building the athletes up through these different competitions. And they're going to try and change their model a little bit to be more like that. Give my phone number. I was going to say, I'm going to get them in touch with you, and we're going to make it happen for them. Actually, a little bit off topic, but they have, I think it's in 2, maybe 3 weeks in Langford here locally. They have a qualification tournament. It's called the Emerald Gloves boxing tournament. We should go check it out.
Let's go, man.
Let's go check it out. I'll talk to the coaches there and we'll figure it out.
That'd be fun. I'd love to see that.
That's fun. Anyways, so that's what we got happening here locally. We have the Golden Leagues. We had the BC team, the biggest ever. Oh, and talked to head coach Rodney Hobson the other day.
Yes.
We're fitness testing them the first weekend of January. All 210 of them.
Holy cow. That's going to be huge. 210 people?
I told Rodney, we better have the whole gym, first of all, wherever we are. I guess probably Richmond Oval?
Richmond Oval,
Yeah, so we are going to need the space. I'm going to bring over some minions from UVic, and I think we can make it happen.
Hey, parents, well, if there's 210 athletes, there's 420 parents we have access to.
Yeah, the only problem with that is I don't want to have to train them like the morning of before.
Yeah.
Whereas these UVic guys, they're going to be on it, and they're going to be super good, and it's going to cost
human performance
nothing.
Undergraduate students who want to get external credits.
And I have people asking me all the time, like, is there any research we can help? And just hold off. I'll remember you. Just hold off. So now I'm just going to cash in on that and get some funding from UVic, so Karate BC doesn't have to cough it up, and we'll make it happen.
I like this more and more.
Yeah.
I have to watch the budget.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No cost. We'll figure that out.
Talking about leadership and taking initiative, let's talk about the biggest thing that's happened since November 1st. Somebody is a pure entrepreneur, freelancer. Congratulations, my friends.
It's been a transition for sure. It's been but it's been all positive so far. Like everything that's come my way is 100% positive. So yeah, just really starting my own K-Fit conditioning business, and it's going great. Like I said, it's just so much better to be steering your own ship.
You're talking to the
I mean, yeah, of course. I'm preaching to the choir here, but
I just want to say, like, if you didn't know, Kaylin left the employment of somebody else to employ himself.
Yeah.
And he's got clients. He's got more clients. He's got stuff happening.
It's great.
K-Fit Conditioning is
And
flying out the door.
When you do that, when you make that transition to say, I'm going to do my own thing, it really focuses you more. Like now I find like all my energy is just going into making this the best thing it possibly can.
Totally.
And I'm just like, there's just like more ideas popping up that I never thought of before. Like, I can build on this. I can do this. I can make this. That's going to help with that. Like just so many more gears start turning, and it's just like open up a whole new world, and it's super exciting for sure. And I'm just happy that I got the chance to do it, and going to go and knock it out of the park basically. So I'm excited to be able to do that.
We talked about the helicopter business, right?
I don't know if we talked about the helicopter business.
So Helijet locally is like the
We've talked about
this.
Yes, but I don't think we've talked about it on the podcast.
I think it's cool to have on the podcast, no?
You go for it.
Okay, so these guys who created Helijet, which is like the main executive helicopter service, they have actual schedules between cities, and then you can charter them. When they started, it was a bunch of like doctors and lawyers, and they wanted to do fly fishing. So they bought like a helicopter, and they thought, okay, well, we'll charter it during the week, and on the weekend, we'll go out to this British Columbia's huge. We go to like the most remote places and do amazing fly fishing, and it immediately got in like $1 million in debt.
Yeah.
And then they hired a business manager, and he said the blades of the helicopter only move when you're making money.
Yeah.
And then they changed their mind, and now they have a very successful business. When I was teaching in Vancouver, I always was like, okay, it's either going to be free or full price. And so every time I moved or anything I did was all about building my brand or being paid for my time. Yeah. And it's okay to ask, to say, hey, do you guys want to buy it? Do you want to pay for it? Once they kind of like the service. Yeah. So it's neat to be in this role where you just kind of, everything is crystallizing into that moment.
Yeah. And I'm literally like, 4 days into the process basically. And that's the same approach I'm taking. Like right now, I'm not taking any money from anybody. I just come in, feel like building the brand, feel it out, make sure it's good, make sure this is what you actually want, and then we'll knock it out of the park together. That's like I'll train them. So yeah, it's gonna be great.
Awesome.
All right. The biggest thing in the karate world happening right now, in fact, right now,
as we talk,
and probably as you're listening. Oh no, as you're listening to this on Monday, it'll be all wrapped up. So we'll
have the official.
Yes. Yeah. If you're living under
what are you talking about?
A rock. It's the WKF Senior World Championships in Madrid, Spain, happening right now as we speak. Monday it'll have been completed, and we're going to talk about the whole entire result on the next show. But this week we want to highlight a couple things, because we know two days into the competition, there's been some upsets and some surprises coming out of Madrid. Like, all right, absolutely crazy. So let's talk about a couple things here. First of all, if you think karate, you think world champions. Yes. Who is the karate world champion?
The legend.
What's his name? Say it. Say it quiet. Rafael Agaev. Loses.
Dun dun.
In the minus 75 kilogram division.
Say it isn't so.
He loses to Luigi Busa of Italy. So the upset, Luigi Busa, who's he's been on the premier stage for a long time. He's medaled at these events.
He's the most decorated.
Oh, yeah?
I think he's 5 or 6 world championship titles.
Luigi Busa?
No, I'm sorry.
Agaev. Yeah. Rafael Agaev, for sure, is the most.
Luigi Busa has been on a
tear.
A tear to catch him.
Yeah, and overcoming Rafael Agaev to make it to the final. So he hasn't won the gold medal yet, but Luigi Busa for the minus 75 kilograms, he eliminated the 5-time world champion Rafael Agaev, and he's going to go against Bahman Asghari Gonche of Iran for the gold medal on Saturday. So, I mean, it's absolutely crazy. If you would have asked me before, I would have said there's no way anybody's beating Agaev. Like, it just seems like when it gets to the world championships or the big stage, he just turns it on and he's on a whole other level. But he lost this one. I think it was 2-1 that he lost. Very close. That he lost to Luigi Busa. So absolutely surprising result in Madrid on day 1 of the tournament. Absolutely crazy. Other things that we know also went on there. If we look at upcoming karatekas who are making a big name for themselves, Jovana Prekovic of Serbia and Xian Yin of China. They're going to compete for the gold medal in the female minus 61 kilogram division.
From China, Xian Yin, I watched her qualifying.
She's fast, man.
Fast.
Holy
and then
smokes.
She just walked away.
Yeah.
Did you see that? Like,
no.
boom, boom, boom. One. Okay. And she turned around, just bowed off, walked off the mat, walked off to her coach, and just disappeared in the crowd.
Just
like
all
this.
business.
All business.
Well, it's the World Championships. The World Championships. You got to do what you got to do. And then in the minus 67 male kumite division, the finals on Saturday is going to be Brazil's Vinicius Figueira, and it's going to be France's Steven da Costa are going to be in the finals on Saturday as well. So again, we will break down the actual full results, but these are what we know so far.
Wow.
We also know that the kata finals. So not so much of a surprise, but
Nope.
kind of interesting in the kata.
Yes.
Both male and kumite, Spain versus Japan. In the
That's
males,
big.
you got Damian Quintero versus Ryo Kiyuna,
Mhm.
and then in the females, you got Sandra Sanchez versus Kiyo Shimizu for the gold medals for kata. So those are definitely the 4 biggest names in kata for males and females.
That's good. So, will it be a Japan sweep? Will it be a Spain sweep?
I'm calling it Japan sweep.
You're
I mean,
calling
it's
Japan.
I like both Sandra Sanchez and
Yes.
Damian Quintero. In fact, I prefer watching Quintero's kata over Kiyuna's.
Bold.
I'm saying
Bold.
it. I'm saying it. But I think Kiyuna will win. I think Kiyuna's going to win, and I think Shimizu's going to win. I think Japan's going to sweep. I don't know if we know what's going on with the team kata. Is there team kata at the World Championships? There must be.
Yes.
Yeah. So I don't know what that's at, but
Yep.
I'm sure.
Yeah, I think they actually have it down to who's going to the finals.
Okay, yeah, I'm not sure if they have it posted yet on the WKF, but there you go. So some things coming up there. On Saturday, again, those will be the finals, and we'll talk about all that. We have some Canadian flavor as well. We know in that female kata division, Rita got 7th. 7th place for Rita. That's awesome for a
Congratulations.
Canadian kata athlete to go in.
From Odokan Karate Club under Kaz Hashimoto and Mark Stacy in Vancouver.
Yeah, Rita just killing it. She was
Rita.
at the celebration of karate in Kelowna. We got to hang out with her. Just a great, positive person.
Just think if this had been the actual Olympic qualifiers and they take top 10,
She'd be
she's
there.
7, she's going.
Yeah.
She's going to the Olympics.
Yeah.
If this was it. So she's still in contention.
She's still in contention, and she's looking good, and she's rising through the ranks. So great job to Rita.
She can stay within the top 10 for the next couple of years. Next 14 months or something, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, maybe even just 12 months. Yeah, 14 maybe. Like
And right now, it's all about accumulating those points too, right? And I know Rita goes to like all those events.
She travels.
She travels a lot. She goes to those events. She performs very well. So I think she's got a good shot.
Yes.
So
well, she has a good way of sitting on a plane and relaxing herself as she's traveling. we're just talking.
We're just teasing about you.
Just teasing you, Rita. Yeah.
Congratulations, Rita. No, that's awesome, and we're going to keep an eye on all the best and as we go forward here on this. So there you go. That's what we got at the World Championships.
We all like a little bubbly on the plane.
Yeah, we all like a little bubbly on the plane, or maybe something a little harder. Who knows? So again, we'll break those down next week. We also had a couple weeks ago the Youth Olympics came through,
And it's important because it's the first official karate tournament inside the Olympic bubble.
That's right. Yeah, it was
Olympic
almost
umbrella.
like I think we talked about
Precursor.
a precursor, to the actual Olympics. We're not going to go through the complete results of the Youth Olympics, but we do want to
don't know
break
who they
down because we won't really know who
They're
they
young
are.
kids.
Yeah, but we do want to go over the medal count for each of the countries. So again, this is at the Youth Olympics, the number 1 ranked nation in the world at the Youth Olympics. Not really big of a surprise, was Japan. But close behind them was Iran. So Japan got 1 gold, 3 silvers. Iran got 1 gold, 3 bronzes. So 4 total medals for those. So up there. Belgium's also up there with 1 gold medal. Everybody else there's pretty much just 1 or 2 medals. 1 gold for Belgium, 1 gold for Egypt. Norway got a gold, Saudi Arabia, and so on and so forth from there. But Japan, again, topping the list right from youth all the way to senior. Japan seems to be running the show. Yeah. Depth, and bringing up prospects and just carrying the torch forward. So it's looking pretty good in Japanese karate, that's for sure.
Yes. But we still got to cheer on the underdogs.
Of course.
The underdogs.
Keep it moving.
Keep moving. Was Gary Vee say, like, you always have to cheer on your local team, even if your local team isn't the Patriots.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of
which, whose heart is on the Atlantic?
Yeah, I don't know how this worked.
Well, there's no like, Major League Baseball team on Vancouver Island. So
Nope.
you're just gonna have to go with whatever you got.
And they're the
You
only
just can't go with Toronto.
No, and
Well, for
the
the
problem
Cubs.
with the Toronto Blue Jays too, we're talking baseball now, a little switch of gears. The problem with Toronto Blue Jays is they're in the same division as the Boston Red Sox, who are my team, so I can't cheer for
And by the way,
Toronto.
like I said, there's that book called "You Got to Have Wa," which is all about baseball in Japan. You can literally split the word
Baseball with
baseball
karate.
with karate.
I gotcha. But yes, my Boston Red Sox are World Series champions.
Holy cow! Did you just
That was
lose
good.
your brain that night?
Oh man, it went crazy.
Is that the first time they've won since you've been alive or following them?
No,
They've won before?
been quite strong in the past 14 years.
Ah.
They went 86 years from 1918
Yes.
to 2004 without winning a single World Series.
Okay.
Since 2004, they won in 2004, they won in 2007, they won in 2013, and then they won again here. So they've won 4 of the past 14 years.
When you say World Series, that means other countries are in?
No.
Okay.
that's
that's the World Classic.
That's the World Baseball Classic.
That's
the
one that
world.
Japan's won twice, right?
That's right. Japan. There's only been 2 of them.
2 of
and
them.
Japan's won both times.
Because after that, the Americans were like, I'm not going anymore.
Yeah, well, there's one coming up, I think, in 2 more years. But the World Series is just like the championships of Major League Baseball.
Yeah, I heard a really good explanation of that. It's we call it the World Series because we do search for the best players in the world.
Yeah, and they're definitely baseball's absolutely multicultural for
Yes.
sure. There's Dominican players, Cuban players, Japanese players. Like they're very multicultural around the globe.
That's just like that's where the world comes to play is in that league.
Yes,
Anyway, they're trying hard to.
they're trying hard.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So they won.
They won. It was great.
Cool.
But this is the Karate 360 podcast. We don't need to get into too much
It's all
detail of that. All right, let's move on to your technical tactical, though. What do you got for us? You got a video here we're going to look at.
Yes, it's called "The Face of." I'm gonna kick your butt and win this match.
Really? Because it says here the face of confidence.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Same thing.
Same thing.
Same thing.
Look at the face of this young lady.
Oh, wait, hold on. Let's turn this so the
Youth
camera can see.
Olympics.
Turn this so the camera can see.
Let me just get her name right here. Just give me 2.
This is from the Youth Olympics?
It's Youth Olympics.
Okay.
And it's let's just see here. I had her name 2 seconds ago. It is I think it's Seiya Sawashima.
Okay.
And it's plus 59 kilograms. She's going against Japan versus Germany. It's, an athlete named Salisbury. And here we go. Yeah, it's Sakura Sashima. And I'm not going to show you the whole thing, but she wins. And I want to show you the face of confidence.
Okay, let's see it.
The face of confidence. Okay.
So this was at the recent Youth Olympics, yes?
Recent
All right.
Youth Olympics. And she's going to score a point here.
So very deep stance. I got a good announcer there. Good, nice point. Good Gakazuki there to score the point. The Japanese athlete 1-0.
Yes. So that's the face of confidence.
What is?
I'm going to show you one more time.
Okay,
Now listen,
okay. She was smiling.
So listen to the commentator right after she scores.
Okay, here we go. She scores the point.
Stamp of confidence.
Stamp of confidence.
And look at her face.
Look at her face.
Her face says,
Pause that. Yeah, yeah. Good,
I am
good,
going
good.
to win this match. Okay?
That's good.
Can you
I
guys see that? Can
Yeah,
you make it?
sorry, but we're going to post the video as well.
All right.
This is at 21:01.
It's like a little back, like 2 seconds.
So called
before.
21 minutes. At 21 minutes or just before
Yeah.
of the video that I posted
Ready? I'm
here
gonna
on this,
stop.
you'll see it.
There.
Like right at 20 minutes.
That grinning smile, the face of confidence.
That's good.
When you stand in the dojo to practice, you got to have that look. Can you get that?
Oh, yeah,
Can you
I can
guys
get
see
that.
that? Right?
That's the
someone
look. That's
who's
the look of the
having
champion.
a great time.
Great time and winning.
And winning. And you know what? When I see this, like this is really common in this, when you watch this video, she's sparring and she's almost laughing and smiling. And like she gets hit really hard once and goes, oh, the face goes away really fast.
Yeah.
Then it comes back. But you know what? That is a look of somebody who has put in the time, achieved the physical ability, have the mental fortitude. And now, you know, like when you're winning in a match, you feel great. Like, I'm winning this
100%.
match.
It's
Like
there's
it's
nothing that can go
yeah.
wrong.
And she almost takes a head kick right at the end. But you know how like at the end, like some people are just leaning back, just trying to run out the clock.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
almost takes a head kick then.
Damn.
Yeah. So I think she wins. She wins 9-1. But this look, we have to have this look in the dojo.
100%.
We were doing a sparring drill the other day, and some people were looking like, how serious and tight can I make my face look? I'm like, no, your face has to have a look of like, you want to enjoy this and have fun and get out there. And so this is from volume. I have seen this look a lot in Japan when they're like, yes, all the training has paid off.
Yeah.
Like, I did it. I had a plan. I did my 10 hours a week, or I even did my 3 hours a week, you know? And then I'm coming to the dojo and I'm feeling good. And I love this type of positivity. Now, I don't know who she is. I don't know if she's a kid.
Yeah.
So, I mean, she's a minor.
Yeah.
But she's obviously well rehearsed because she's been doing this for a long time.
Yeah.
So anyway, the face of confidence is you're going to have it if you've put in the time.
Yes.
There's a really nice message someone put on their Facebook page the other day, like, I went to karate 3 times this week. I'm so proud of myself.
Perfect.
Right?
Yeah. Whatever that is, whatever it is for you. Yeah.
So when people come into the dojo, if you're putting in the time, you're starting to feel the results, and then you're starting to smile. And when you smile with your training partners, now they want to train with you more.
Yeah, 100%. And I think it comes a lot too with kind of even setting little micro goals for yourself.
Totally.
Like, I just want to learn this kata, or I want to perfect this, not even perfect, I just want to get stronger at this stance, or whatever it is. When you can set those little micro goals for yourself and you achieve them, you feel like, and you are getting better, but you feel like you've actually achieved something, and that's going to make you more confident.
Well, this is what you do in your profession. You train people.
100%. Yeah.
So tell me about the clients that like they never miss.
Yeah.
What are they like?
Well, I mean, I make sure that we set goals with all of my clients.
Of course.
We set like SMART goals, and we set macro and micro goals. But the ones who just like hit it out of the park are the ones who just like don't give up. And with anything, it goes up and down and up and down, but they know that there's going to be that up, right? Like maybe you don't quite get the kata the first time, or maybe you don't quite whatever, put on the muscle that you thought you might have the first time. But you know, if you keep putting in the work and you keep going towards your goal, it's going to get it. And those people that just don't get rattled by those little down parts that are going to come with anything in life, those are the ones that just always hit it out of the park.
Yes.
Yeah.
So face of confidence, not the face of like, I'm going to stare down. When you're doing kata, you should look serious.
You should have your kata face.
Yeah, kata face on. But I really enjoyed watching her match because I was like, that's what it's like when you like this is the plan. I followed it through. Whether you're an elite competitor or you're just coming into the dojo and you're happy you put in your 3 days that week, you know?
Yeah, no, it's awesome.
So I just wanted to share that. That was cute. And if you guys watch the video, you'll see her smile and be full of enthusiasm and move around the floor. And
great.
Yep.
There it is. All right. We're going to bring a new segment to the Karate 360 podcast. Now, Richard, I've been in karate now, let me think, 24 years?
Holy moly.
23 years. Sorry, 23 years I've been in karate. I've been participating in karate. In my 23 years, I've met a lot of people in the karate world, and I'm not just buttering you up. I can pretty safely say you are the most knowledgeable person I know in the
Holy cow.
terms of karate. Absolutely.
I'm going to make that as my voicemail message.
There you go. Anything else? Can you say it again? So I thought it'd be fun to test your karate knowledge because you've been delved into the karate world pretty much your entire life.
Sure.
You've done university studies on karate. Everything in your life has been about karate. So I feel like you would be a pretty good,
Yeah, I want to be stumped because there's so much still to learn. So,
all right.
Yeah.
All right. So
if I don't know it,
every week, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to find a question. I'm going to send you the question. You're going to try and answer.
Okay.
Go back in your memory bank and see. We'll see. Let's find out what Richard knows about karate. All right. This week's karate quiz.
Yes.
Okay. It's very timely. The World Championships happening right now in Madrid. This is the I almost maybe gave you away. Anyways, this is one of the it's the latest World Championships.
Okay.
Anyways, almost screwed it up already. My karate quiz, my question for you is what year was the first Karate World Championships, and as a bonus, where was it hosted? So what year was the first Karate World Championships,
Do you want
And
the building?
Where was it hosted? And if you can give me the building, you're going to get even extra points. Okay, hold on. First of all, where was it hosted? If you know the building, you know where it was.
Okay, well, one start is 1970 in Tokyo at the Nippon Budokan, and the other one is 1972 in Long Beach, California.
Okay, so you are correct. It was 1970 in Tokyo, in Japan.
Yeah, at the Nippon Budokan.
So it doesn't tell me that, but I believe you.
Sure.
There you go. You're right. The very first WKF World Championships was in 1970 in Tokyo, Japan, at the Budokan, apparently.
Which I've been there.
Yes, you have?
Yep.
The second one, where did you say it was?
Wasn't the second one 1972, Long Beach, California?
It was 1972 in Paris.
Oh,
France.
75
Long
was
Beach,
in Long
California
Beach.
was 75. You're right. Yeah.
That's
So
it.
it went 70, 72, and then 75?
Yeah, it wasn't quite organized just yet because remember,
Yeah.
like, they were still figuring out who was actually going to be in WUKO because then it was World Union Karate Organization.
Okay.
Actually, the AAU in the States was the first representative, and then they switched it to USA Karate.
Okay.
But that's right. Paris was number 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jack Delcourt, very famous Spanish coach. I remember reading about him there. And there's been a Canadian contingent at every event.
Yes.
Actually, Sam Molesky would know that. I think he was one of the first group of guys to go to it. 1972 is the only. 1975 in Los Angeles is the only World Championships that's been held in North America.
That is correct.
Except for actually, there's been one in Mexico City.
What year?
Mexico City.
We're just going off now.
Oh, that's going back. 96 is South Africa. 2000s Germany. Right?
God damn. Yeah, you're nailing this.
2004 maybe?
It was 2004 in Monterrey, Mexico.
That's it.
Damn. So not only did we not stump you in the first karate quiz, but you gave us like everything in the building. Damn it. All right. That's
that was a good one.
That was, I thought it was a good one.
I thought, like, if you were going to say to me, like, okay, in the Shitaru style, there's been like 900 splits, and which guy taught which guy on which day using which scroll.
We'll make it a little bit more global.
Yeah, it's good. The audience
fun.
has a chance.
Yeah, we'll a little fun. So every week I'm going to try and find something. If you guys have a question that you think we can stump Richard with, send a message, and I'll make sure he doesn't see it.
You want to hear a cool story about the Budokan building?
Yes.
It was actually part of the Emperor's palace grounds. It's on the outside wall. There's a bunch of these big, massive walls covering a massive amount of hectares. So anyway, they built it for the 1964 Tokyo Olympics, the first Olympics, right? And they ran out of money. So the imperial family, which was controlled by the government, gifted the land, right? The government tried to build it. They couldn't raise enough money. So the imperial family actually dug into their deep coffers and paid for it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And so that's how it got done. And it's an 8-sided octagon. It's really cool. You'll get to see it.
You're just bragging now.
No,
you're just flexing your knowledge muscle.
This is cool, famous stuff.
No, that's awesome.
The other thing that's cool about the 1970 World Championships is that most of the 4 main karate style masters who founded them were still alive.
Oh, yeah?
Except for Funakoshi, who died in 58. But like Otsuka Sensei for Wado did a demonstration on the floor. Is that cool?
That's really cool.
Like to think going to the first World Championships and like you actually get to see some of the masters who created like 40, 50 years before.
Yeah, really cool.
By the way, did you see the video of the opening ceremonies from a couple hours ago at the Worlds?
No.
And so there's 4 rings, and so it's like a famous basketball arena or something. So they turn off all the lights and they put on flashy lasers and stuff. And then they just light up one ring, and it's a team doing team kata.
Oh, yeah?
Right?
Perfect.
And
That's
the whole
awesome.
arena is dark, and they kind of lit it. I almost thought it was like a hologram.
Okay.
Just the way it was lit. And then that one would shut down, and then another ring would come up, and they would show like another team doing team kata.
Cool.
Well, that was really neat.
Yeah, that's
to
awesome.
music and stuff.
Awesome. Well, there we go. That's the karate quiz, and that's just about our.
That was fun.
Yeah, that was good. So again, we'll do that every week. Upcoming tournaments doesn't really matter because we have the World Championships happening right now, and that's really all that matters.
I think there's only like one. There's a Series A coming up in
Series A. Yeah, I think it's coming up near the end of the month. But of
well,
course, all eyes.
There's a really important event. It's going to be the club tournament.
The club tournament, the
Here
Kensington Sports
on-
Karate Club tournament.
That's right.
In
Kansas
Victoria,
Sports
British
Karate
Columbia.
in Victoria, British Columbia on Sunday, November the 18th. It'll take 2 hours. And we're going to have a fantastic time.
Yeah, the next Series A is December 7th to 9th, the Series A in Shanghai, China. But of course, the WKF World Championships happening right now in Spain. We will break down all the entire results on that on our next show, so make sure you tune in.
Senior Worlds before the Olympics.
Yep, so this is a big one, and
It's
we'll
a
talk
big
about
one.
it all next week.
And all kinds of other stuff.
All right. Well, thanks for tuning in, guys. This has been fun,
Absolutely.
as always. And we'll be back Monday morning again for some more karate awesomeness.
Yes. Well, you'll hear this on Monday, and we'll be recording the next one right after that.
That's right.
Sweet.
All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Kalen Anglos.
Rich Mazza.
And we'll talk to you guys next week. San Rokumaru. Thanks for tuning in.